Okay, let me just get back to recording because this video has been delayed so many times now. I was just trying to record it earlier, and then an earthquake happened, and that's a thing. Anyway, so yeah, let's redo this. Let's get right into the point, and we'll get this done in no time. So, give me $1 trillion and watch me save the world. Now, how would I do that, you ask? Simple. I'll just say $1 trillion to whoever can solve whatever problem the world is facing. Like, say, for example, climate change, right? Now, just put a bounty on its head that will get people to suddenly care and scramble to find a solution. Now, I'm not saying this will work 100%, but if a device that can magically make this problem go away is possible, then it's getting made within a year or two. I'm thinking something to suck out all the harmful greenhouse gases and fart them into space, maybe into Venus, I don't know, maybe a magic GMO tree that just cures the atmosphere with oxygen and carbon dioxide manipulation, something crazy like that. I don't know, something. Okay, oh, and another one, lab grown meat. Reduce the number of farting cows and just have a few to harvest stem cells from, right? Now, when it comes to the last one, which is lab grown meat, it's actually it's something that we can actually do right now, and there are already plans in order to get it rolling, but some people are blocking it and a lot of legal stuff. I really do hope that it gains some traction because I think I see a lot of potential in that. Anyway, humans are greedy creatures, and sure, not dying is a great prospect. Why should we stop climate change so we don't die? So yeah, that is a great prospect, but that's only the stick, right? Like, I'm sure you've heard of the figure of speech, the saying that you need a carrot and a stick in order to get someone to act, right? And now, now the stick, which is literally not dying, is already good enough for some people, and good on them. Good on them. But for others, it's not quite enough. And we need a carrot also, not just a stick, in order to tame these wild beasts called humanity. And that carrot is best served as a plate full of cash, $1 trillion, so to say. Now, I really think this plan will work. Of course it will. I came up with it. But, when I told my friends of this, they were like, "A trillion? Too much, bro." And, okay, look. Honestly, a 100 billion is enough, right? But is a trillion really too much? Is it? Because, see, it seems like a fitting price for literally saving the world to me. And I'm sure the world can afford it. Like, that's 120 out of the US GDP, so it's not impossible. Though, of course, like I said, even 100 billion would probably work out just as well. But the prospect of becoming the richest person on earth, the wealthiest person on earth, as the reward for literally saving it, seems about right to me. First trillionaire as well, I think. I don't know. I don't actually know history, but I think it's the first trillionaire. Definitely the first trillionaire, because there wouldn't have been a trillionaire before when inflation wasn't as much. But anyway, full disclosure, by the way, I'm not an economist. I don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on. Now, in this channel, I release a series of poems called The Beast of Revelations. Maybe you should check it out, like a card on top, description down below. Anyway, those poems can be interpreted in many ways, and it's definitely open to interpretation. So, go watch them and interpret them in your own ways. But for the sake of this video, allow me to focus on one such idea and interpretation. The beast represents the darkness in humanity. It is a darkness that is often ignored, buried deep within despite how much it affects our thoughts and actions. We pretend it isn't there despite all the havoc it's wreaking. We like to think of ourselves as good, amazing people devoid of all this vile darkness that fuels our every action. And now, not only is it that we cannot admit that we have this darkness, even the people around us cannot face that fact. Activists, pioneers, messengers of peace, they always address the goodness in people. Which sure there are good people, I won't deny that. Some they will listen to your message, and some people have milder darkness and more goodness than others. Sure, but see, that kind of message definitely, a woohoo kumbaya message wouldn't reach everyone. It won't reach everyone. And I think human society as a whole doesn't give darkness enough credit. Instantly people instantly label darkness as violent evil, when in reality it's not really that bad. I mean, we all have it for one, and we don't have to be shitty people for it, right? It's actually an amazing motivational factor. It's what capitalism runs on, and I'm sure a lot of you have many gripes with it. Per my personal opinions on the matter aside, I think capitalism and socialism should be mixed, right? Like a 70-30 ratio, something like that. But anyway, that aside, capitalism, no, pure capitalism doesn't work either. But regulated capitalism versus pure communism, capitalism wins 100% of the time. Anyway, regarding people who don't believe we actually don't affect the climate at all, by the way, talking to so-called climate deniers, number one, you're wrong. But number two, if you were right, even if you were right, then I would say it would be for the best if we can actually affect the climate, and it would and not only affect it, but it would be for the best if we can control the environment, right? Because in throughout history, ice ages have happened naturally before. So have droughts, long periods of really hot times, and famines, right? Like, those are natural occurrences that aren't beneficial at all to us. So I would like to prevent that. I don't care if it's humans or tectonic plates that are causing them. Solve the problem. That's all I'm asking for. Anyway, lastly, to close off this video, let's try and define this darkness so it's not so abstract. I don't want to come off as some kind of politician engaging in incoherent abstract sophistry, trying to win you over with big words and oh, it's so smart. No. Alright, I'm trying to have an actual conversation here, and I want you to listen. I don't want you to just listen to the big words. I'm like, I don't quite get it, but I think I got it. No, that's not what I want. Anyway, so the darkness, selfishness, greed, these are what comes to mind. Like, lust, sloth, wrath, all the seven deadly sins. These are all qualities that we have been told. These are qualities that we have been told over and over are evil, and that we should get rid of them. And if we even so much as think with those emotions in mind, then we are fucking scum. Well, guess what? By that logic, everyone is scum. That's such a skewed definition anyway. Like, look, here's the thing. Without them, we wouldn't be able to function properly. Like, okay, I know it's quite dark, sure, but being dark doesn't automatically make them bad. We're not racist here. Oh, wait, that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, greed and selfishness allow us to function properly and secure a good position for ourselves. Be independent and don't expect other people to do your shit for you. Like, do it yourself, right? Because that's actually how I live my life. Like, I think I'm selfish, and I am selfish, but everyone else is selfish as well. So like, I keep that in mind, and I always make sure, or at least try to make sure, that I have something to offer, and I'm not just taking and taking and taking, because I know that as selfish as I am, the person I'm dealing with is also selfish anyway. Even if they don't admit it, and like, people should just admit it, and I admit it. Anyway, Wrath is still on the topic of seven deadly sins. Wrath or anger, that kind of thing, prevents other people from taking advantage of us. Sloth, laziness, prevents us from overworking ourselves to death. Lust feels good. Anyway, but other than that, it's generally harmless, and it can give us great joy and pleasure, which can greatly enhance our performance elsewhere, cause we're not as stressed and we feel happy. It can also allow us to connect deeper with someone. Envy, well, not a big fan, but it can give us a goal to strive for and motivate us. Gluttony, so we don't starve. Pride allows us to remain true to our principles and morals even when no one is looking. Now, of course, in excess or if manifested incorrectly, this could all very easily turn into a hot mess. That's why I'm saying that we should acknowledge this darkness and tame it. It's there and it's here to stay, so might as well make full use of it, right? Like it's not a guaranteed negative. It can be a positive. Saying this in the personal sense, of course, as well as in the public and social sense, right? Like conquer your inner demons. Let your greed bring you to true happiness. Use your head and discern what you truly want is happiness, right? Use that desire to strive for your true goals, what truly makes you happy, be it traveling, gaming, playing sports, etc. And don't do anything that will undermine your true goals. Don't get stuck making money in sacrifice of what you truly want, that kind of stuff. Let your wrath fuel you to change your life and even the world for the better. Let your sloth remind you to rest and that you matter. Let your lust keep your libido in check. Masturbate, learn to please yourself so you don't make dumb decisions. Let your envy motivate you to look deep within yourself and examine what it is you're lacking and work towards bettering yourself. Let your gluttony remind you to take care of your daily necessities and not get too engrossed in some activity to where you forget to take care of your health. Let your pride hold you together even in the darkest of times. Stand tall and proud. Now let's talk about the social climate, which is the main subject of this video. Instead of focusing only on the good in people, take advantage of their darkness as well. Instead of focusing only on the good of people, take advantage of their darkness as well. I think that makes sense. As I said, put a bounty on global warming. I'm certain that once it's too late, people will finally start moving, right? Like once it's like, oh, it's here, well, you can't prevent it anymore. Anyway, so once it's too late, people will finally start moving. But guess what? It's too late. That's the point. Once the danger is immediate, that's when people suddenly care. That's how the human mind works. It lacks foresight. Well, then in that case, give this wild beast something more immediate. An immediate reward. I care not for their motivations. In doing so, I merely want the job done and the problem solved. You see, no matter how shitty humans can be at times, I still believe that they are brilliant creatures who can do just about anything they put their mind to. But the things they put their mind to are usually shitty things. But that's why I want to incentivize that. That's why I want to incentivize actions that at the very least have good results, right? I am here to tame this beast, not through hugs and kisses, but by accepting them for the beasts that they are, and allowing their dark nature to nurture and cultivate something truly wonderful. I am here to give this chaos direction.